Hello, everybody. This is Ewer. Welcome back to another game show episode. Today, I'm invited two of my friends to do the Fate relationship game. This is going to be a bit different than normal. So first, would you two of you like to introduce yourselves?
Well, I'm Matt, watcher of two of the Fate's Day Night routes, Zero Apocrypha, and tried watching Prisma Iliad and immediately noped out of there.
Perfectly understandable.
I'm Allison. Most of my Fate content has been absorbed really passively. I read some of Strange Fake. I've watched Stay Night. I haven't watched Heaven's Feel yet, which I need to. I watched crap. What do we always call it? I watched Zero. I played Fate Grand Order, and then I watched Babylonia.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's roughly it. I don't think I've played any games. I tried watching Apocrypha for a while, but I watched it before I had watched more than just Zero, which I was still lacking a lot of context, so I didn't follow it. I need to go back and try to watch it again. But I think I've mostly just been really overtly
passively absorbing it through me and my rants.
Yeah, and just through online in general. I see a lot of stuff for it online. So
all right. So today's thing is a bit different than usual. Unlike with Raoul, where I just have him guess a Fate character based on what their looks, I know that both of you are familiar vaguely with Fate, and as you've both elaborated. So today we're doing a different sort of game. So in this game, the two of you will have to guess the Fate character hidden behind the central box, the white box. One by one, I will reveal each surrounding box, which will have a separate character and a colored arrow. The arrow will have text describing the relationship between the two characters. So, like, for say, Archer was the servant of Reen.
Okay.
So the hints will start out harder and then get easier. We have 5 characters to work with to begin with, because I wasn't sure how long they'd take for each one. Probably not that long. And I'm not entirely certain how difficult it's going to be today, because this is, again, the first installment of this sort of game. Yeah. So, another hint is that green arrows represent positive relationships between the characters. Red arrows represent negative relationships, and gray arrows represent neutral relationships. Like, these two passively hold, some sort of connection, but they might not have ever even met.
Okay.
Also, the arrows aren't always pointing in one direction. So, for say, going back to Archer and Rin, for say, if it was love, then between the two or whatever, or any other characters, then the arrows would be pointing both ways. Or if it was some relationship that was Rin, if it was some thought of Rin's that was directed towards Archer, the arrow would be pointing from Rin to Archer rather than the other way around.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Of course, one-sided love is still one-sided.
Yes, but I just wanted to elaborate on the arrows things. And so here we have our first board. And so one by one, I'm going to show characters with their names and the arrows. And then if you at any time feel like you got it, buzz in and let me know if you feel like you have it.
Okay.
So, first arrow.
Okay, so
I have an idea.
Okay, I think I have one. It depends. I don't care if Matt goes first. I'm not really obsessed with winning this.
I'm not confident with what I have right now.
So we're only going to go with one guess. So if you get it wrong,
what I figured.
So you're probably going to want to wait till we have more.
Okay, yeah, I'll wait.
Also, this one I made and then realized I should probably change up the order of the hints. So, all the others, that'll be going from top right to clockwise. But this one I was like, maybe I should change the order of the hints. Okay, so next one.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Arthur. Victoria.
You are correct. And so I'm going to cycle through all the other hints and just show you before we move on to the next one. So this one was kind of the giveaway. And as you can, I'm sure you can kind of guess why I put that. Why I realized I should change things up a little.
Yeah.
With that one
Oh.
being third instead of first.
Admittedly, I actually wasn't fully aware of Mordred and Artoria killing each other. So
Yeah,
I saw Mordred and I was like, I got it. I wasn't really looking at what was actually inside the arrow.
Yeah, because the two of them mutual kill each other in Calmaine in the Fate lore. Then, by this point, by this point, it's kind of like, well, it's a gimme.
Yeah.
All right, so that was kind of the warm-up one as well. This was the easiest of them all, I'd like to believe.
It's the
Although-
easiest one that I could have figured, like put together,
I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't know Boudica, so if it was just Boudica on there, I would have a fun time.
Yeah, because the other thing is, again, it's kind of, when you're doing relationships, it's kind of hard to not be too overt about it. And so I had to find like more blank things. All right, so starting with our next one. Any ideas yet?
Let's see your respects. I feel like I have an inkling, but I think I need a little bit more.
Okay. Moving on to the next one.
Oh, Buzz.
No.
You did. I mean, do you want that one, Matt? Like I said, I
Oh,
don't care
you got
about it.
first, and
No, Alice,
I didn't
this is a game
technically
show.
say the
You're
whole-
supposed to be competing.
I'm sorry, I'm not a competitive person. Or
No,
at least
it's
rather
fine.
I am,
I
but
didn't
like I
say this
have
whole-
to really
I mean, there are
stick
many
in.
people with the first part of my answer.
Yeah,
I
there's
mean-
just so many people whose name starts with Gil. Wow.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah.
I was like, it couldn't.
Yeah, the first one I was like, they're actually from Samaria, both from Samaria, so I'm like, I'll throw that one first, and then we'll go from there. And then
I
was
sort
like,
of forgot that they were from that same period of time.
I
was like,
could have
and then-
I could have been mean and put Enkidu in the middle because it'd still be Val. Well, no, it wouldn't because of Iskandar, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I was like, Iskandar, would it really be Gilgamesh and then Ishtar? And I was like, oh no.
I mean,
And it was too late.
yeah.
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 I had a feeling on Iskander as well, but I was
Mhm.
like,
Okay, so that was our second. We have 3 more to go. So moving on. And our first hint is
Okay, this can be a lot of people.
yeah.
moving on.
I'm trying to think if you would actually do it or not. I'm gonna wait a little bit more.
All right.
Okay.
Note that note that not all of these characters are servants. If that helps at all.
I guess. Yeah. I'm still passing for right now.
All right. This next one's the gimme. So
Oh, I got it.
Oh yeah. I'll let Matt have
Right.
it. Yeah.
Matt,
Okay.
you are correct. I really like the fact that I could do the first two and make it be like it could be Mordred or somebody else. And
Well, that's what I was saying with Morgan. I was like, you wouldn't throw Mordred in the hints section and then make her an actual character, would you? And you didn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the other thing is every time she uses wrong lineage, she slowly turns into the Lion King.
Honestly, the first the hates her face. I feel like that was like something that I really
Mhm.
That was such specific wording. Okay.
Yeah.
But shouldn't, like... Okay.
You got a question?
No, it's
we can go.
fine.
We
No,
can
it's
go
good.
into. We can go into
No,
tangents. That's perfectly
no,
fine.
it's not. It's not tangent worthy. It was my brain said something, and I was like, no, that's not how logic works. So
Okay.
I mean, when has Fate ever followed a standard logic?
no, I was gonna say Gray hates her own face, but you know,
I mean, she does, but her face
she
is also
does.
because she was
But I'm like,
modified. She was modified to
a
be
little
Arthur.
arrow
So.
that goes like directly to her. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like it loops around on her. But
All right. So this one only has 3 hints.
Oh, man, these are going to be hard. One more, I think.
you know how many people you fucking. I'm like, that's so broad, you asshole. I shouldn't swear. I'm sorry. You want to be monetized?
No. Yeah, no, this is the first one. Yeah, there's the reason I chose this one as the very first one because
Yeah,
it's like,
he might be playing off of me and my recency bias.
this could be literally anybody. Any Greek hero ever.
Actually, don't know much on heroes'
Okay,
relations.
I'm gonna buzz in, even though this still isn't really specific. Mostly because I've been really passive this entire time. I'm just gonna guess Heracles or Hercules.
You are correct.
Ah.
Yay.
But Achilles, my recency bias. I just finished Apocrypha.
Yeah, I am aware. Yeah, I was because I when I was doing this one, I wasn't sure how much I could throw in there without immediately giving it away, and then I'll remember. And to everybody else who's watching, yes, I know that isn't technically Hera, but she was possessed by Hera in one of the Lost Belts, so I'm letting it slide because we don't actually have a Hera model at the moment. But yeah, so
I
mean,
believe
can we
we're
really
actually
count
2 for
Ishtar
2.
as an Ishtar model by that same logic, though?
isn't who?
Nothing.
Oh, you talking about
Anyway.
Ishtar? Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
was
yeah,
like,
but
can we really
Ishtar-
count Ishtar as Ishtar?
I mean, yeah, but Ishtar is a lot more popular and actually shows up in stuff as opposed to Europa.
Yeah.
And she's not even possessed, and the main actual servant isn't even actually Hera. It's just Europa. But in one of the Lost Belts, they just have her possessed by Hera, so... Or merged with Hera, rather, so, yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, this one's going to be the last one. You guys are
Just draw
tied
all the
2 for 2
marbles.
at the moment, so...
Hmm.
Oh, I'm really bad with the names.
Would it? No, because that's not...
Last call before the gimme? I'll let you guys think.
Question is whether the character I'm thinking of is actually from France or not. I don't know enough about that character to know that.
I just know that I can't say his name. That means it's probably French.
We're gonna need one more, I think.
Gonna need one more? Alright.
I got it. Awful.
You are correct. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Wasn't 100% certain if he was from France.
fun fact, there's only like 3 characters that use the lance. And none of them, and of them, only 3 characters that use the lance.
Oh.
Total. Astolfo in both versions of Lancer Arturia.
No.
Which is
Wait.
funny because Astolfo doesn't even use a lance. I mean, Astolfo's not a Lancer servant.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. My brain was like, hold on.
I mean, you could probably make an argument for like Vlad with the spikes being lances, and Karna actually uses lances, and he's a lancer.
I mean, yeah, the Lancer class is really more pole arms than anything else. Instead of proper lances.
But what are we going to call them? Long, sticky people? Like,
No, because that doesn't fit with the name. Everything
Yeah.
must be except for assassin.
assassin special.
Instead of, calling it murderer or something.
I mean, murder, death, kill game.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, it is murder, death, kill game.
Alright, so you guys have fun?
I would say so.
It was probably a bit easy, and it was probably more than a...
See, I'm glad I just beat Alice, and that's all that really mattered.
Probably could have
Okay,
done
Matt.
more.
Okay, Matt.
But I couldn't really think of much at the time, so... These were the only 5 I could whip up for you guys at the moment.
No, this was really fun. I liked this.
My
I like that you sort of went with my suggestion from like way back when too, Like I
Yeah,
think
'cause-
that's my real win here.
Mhm.
Is I had influence over the game.
That just means that I have my own game.
Alright, that'll be it for today. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment below. We will be having more videos like this coming out shortly. Thanks for watching.